My bad. Now we're live on YouTube. My bad. I'm tweaking. Yeah, we're gonna do role play after we go through a couple of videos, y'all. We just got 4 videos for today. We're gonna go through some police body cam videos. We're gonna start with a street dating video here from my man Desirable Truth. All right. Cook it up. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. All right. Cool. Hey, I appreciate y'all for joining me. I do want to say one thing though, quickly before we jump into today's videos. I have not, for those of you that follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you realize I haven't uploaded a video in quite a while on those platforms. Any of my funny reaction stuff. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm telling y'all, I've been burnt out on those. I'm literally burnt out on them. The amount of work that goes into searching for the right videos is become extremely challenging because these algorithms on these platforms have changed, and especially on TikTok, where now they're pushing, I'm sure y'all know, every other swipe is a sponsored or it's somebody selling something on the fucking TikTok shop. And like, it's the most randomest stuff. And since they've started to push that more, it's harder for me to find the kind of content I'm looking for, to put together a video, react to it, and put the comments together, do all that stuff, and share it with you all. It's been very challenging, and it's kind of got me burnt out. I don't know the future of that. I don't know if I want to continue doing it because it's such a pain in the ass. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So we'll see where we're gonna go with it. You know what I mean? We're gonna see where we're gonna go with it. So now that we got that out the way, let's jump into the videos. You know what I'm saying? All right, everything looks good. All right, let's do it. All right, y'all. Welcome. Oh God, can I talk today? It's a Monday. You can tell it's a Monday when you can't really talk. Here we go. Take 2. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. Today, we're back in the streets with the Desirable Truth. Check him out on YouTube. Sub to the channel. Great channel. I enjoy his street interviews. The raw reality of modern dating has become. This is what people have to say in the streets of it. Let's see what happens.
24, 22.
If I was your man, what would I need to pay for you?
Pay for? Nothing. Nothing.
So you're not expecting me to pay for dates if we went out?
No. Expect? I don't have expectations for anybody.
I also don't have expectations.
I do think it shows character.
Actions, yeah, definitely. It's not about the money. It's just about like how you treat us.
So I could be your boyfriend and not be able to afford taking you out on dates, and you'd still stick it with me through thick and thin.
If you're a good person, that's all that matters.
If the chemistry's there.
There's some people with loads of money and they treat their girlfriends like shit, so.
Fair point.
Does that mean I don't have to pay for your hair or your nails either?
No, I've never had somebody pay for my hair and nails.
Me neither.
Hey,
So for a first date,
they're on
if
point
I
with
said
it.
let's just go for a walk in the park, you'd be fine with that too.
Yeah.
I prefer a walk in the park than a dinner for the first date.
Definitely.
I
think
agree.
It's more casual.
Yes.
And laid back, and you can actually get to know the person.
Yes.
I feel like some people dress up and try to be someone they're not.
Yes.
To impress on the first date.
Yo, this is why I 100% think dating is so fake, y'all. I promise you, and I don't know who else feels this way. Let me know if you do. I feel like dating is so fake. Hear me out. This is what happens. You get a date. What do? You go get a haircut, you get your beard done. Hopefully, fellas, you should be minimally doing this before you go on the date. Get your stuff together. Maybe you buy a new fit or something like that, or whatever the case may be. You put your very best foot forward. Same thing with a woman. They're gonna get all done up, all that stuff, you know, and they're gonna go out. The problem is that when you put your best foot forward, what people tend to do in dating is they tend to put forward who they think the other person wants them to be. The problem with this shit is that then what happens is after a period of time, 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year, you revert back to who you are on a daily basis. You feel me? Like when you go on a date, people are putting together themselves and who they want you to think they are. And then after spending some time with them, they revert back into who they truly are. And for example, this could look like, okay, on a woman's side, on the date, she gets her hair done, nails, makeup, fresh Brazilian wax, just to make sure the kitty cat is, you know, ready to go, and just in case, right? All of that. For the guy, gets the beard done, clean, looks good, you know, fresh, got cologne on and all that stuff. Looks amazing. Both of them are, oh, this is all right, cool. 6 months from then, you realize though that Shorty, she don't really like to get her hair done. She throws it in the bun. She don't like to do her nails much, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? She don't even really go get waxed. So that thing really like a bush. It's like a bush. And then on the guy's side, you know, he don't really like to dress up like he did and all that. He just wants to wear sweats all day and let his beard grow out and not really trim it up. Then that's who you really get. And that's why I think dating is so fake. I can't stand it because people show up and present themselves in a way that it's normally not how they are on a daily basis. You know what I mean? I would rather go out on a date with a woman, just come how you would come on a Tuesday afternoon. Come as you would on any other day when you're just hanging with your homegirls, maybe some family members, you know, not necessarily saying like how you would be in the home, but like if you're just going to go out to do like a coffee run, how are you going to dress when you go out to just do some errands? I want to see that. Go on a date with me like that so I see who you are on a daily basis. I would rather see you on how you are and present yourself on a daily basis, because if that's already going to be something that I'm visually attracted to and I'm like, oh, she cute on a daily, that's cute. Your little top, your little whatever, you know, you cute. Then I know that when she does doll up, oh, she gonna be fire. You feel me? Versus you go out, they all stunning. And then when they wipe it all off and they put back their regular shit, you're like, what the fuck? What? I didn't sign up for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for on the guy side. Guys, you know, he looks so clean. He looks like a model, whatever. And then 2 months in, when he don't decide to shave his beard, he looks like he's been in the fucking Afghanistan mountains with the Taliban as a fucking fighter. You know what I'm saying? Ain't seen a shaver in years. You're like, yo, this ain't the same guy I was attracted to. That's the problem with dating, how fake it can be.
We're also not from Miami.
Where you from?
New York, Israel.
But you don't think you'd get bored if a year, 2 years in, I literally couldn't pay for any dates?
Listen, as long as you're waking up every morning and going to work, that's the kind of man I need.
It's about like the motivation and the drive and the passion, like over the money, in my opinion.
Okay. What's your age?
20.
21.
Wait a minute. Here we go. The two girls before were from New York. They mentioned that they're Jewish, right? And they were very base. It was about the character of the man, which we don't talk about enough in these videos, which is, to me, what makes a man a man. A man's man is the character. It's not about the money. It's not even about your physical fitness level. It's the character of the man that, to me, is the deciding factor on being a man and are you a man. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Now, let's see what these two 20-year-olds, who, by the way, are dressed like completely opposite from the other two girls. Look at these two women. Beautiful, sexy, conservative. Now we flip to the next scene. And we out here. Let's see what happens.
Where are you from?
Finland. Yeah.
Finland.
How is dating different in Finland as opposed to America?
I don't date anyone.
Me neither. I don't do dates much.
Why not?
I don't like boys.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's boring in Finland or is it boring here?
Both.
Both, I think so too.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by I don't like boys?
I don't know. They are like.
Oh my God. This is what y'all, hey, I really feel y'all. Fellas, if you're in your 20s, I understand. I feel you and what you got to go through. I get it. This is what y'all got to go out here and date? I don't like the boys. Like, that's what y'all, that's what you got to deal with? Oh, I feel for you, bro. I feel bad, yo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Oh, they scissoring. Yeah. What is this? This is y'all dating pool? Oh, man. I get it, fellas. Oh, I'm so glad to be a millennial. God damn.
Boys just are not the same as maybe before.
What do you think changed?
They're more like girls, more feminine.
They're more feminine.
Yeah.
And you're looking for a masculine man.
Yeah, and there's not that many.
Old. They are sugar babies, 100%.
Masculine, but not that old.
No.
Not that old.
No.
So what makes you think that men here are starting to be more feminine?
I don't know. Not here, but in everywhere, not just here.
So why do you feel that way though?
I don't know.
Like, what do these new men expect you to do?
He's asking him way too deep of a question. I know to us that sounds like a very simple question, but for their intellectual level, I don't believe that they're capable of giving us the answer. However, this could be entertaining. Let's find out what they have to say.
To pay on the date and drive the car.
But you want your man to pay for you and you to get taken care of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more that way.
Do you care about the way he dresses?
Yeah, but I like how he dresses. Like ever since I met him, I've never had a problem with it. But I do care about how a man dresses. I think it's very important.
So what's okay for him to wear versus not, in your opinion?
I mean, there's something he can't wear, but I just want him to look presentable. Oh, okay. At the gym, maybe like not like those like compression shirts. You know.
Why can't he wear a compression shirt?
I mean, he can, but like, why do you have to wear that?
Why don't you like it?
I don't know. Why can't he?
They're such an interesting looking couple, aren't they? Aren't they interesting looking? Like I was almost say, they look very interesting as a couple together. I'm not even the one asking questions. I'm getting annoyed. Yeah, yo, Becca, listen. Y'all know what I have to go through to do these with y'all. The level of stress I get from hearing these dumb people's non-thoughtful takes on stuff it hurts my heart.
You just have that for me and not for like the whole entire gym.
Really? That's how you feel?
Yeah.
No. Do you care about how she dresses?
Yes.
No,
yes.
I used to. Obviously,
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
100% I did. I think about it more as like it was a phase. You get over those things. Like 100% I don't anymore. Like for the past 6 months, I'd say I wouldn't. But for the first 6,
He's got it better, yeah.
yeah, 100%. No,
What were some of-
at all? Like I don't mind it at all anymore.
What were some of the things that would happen?
I mean, he would get upset. He would tell me like, no, why are you gonna wear that? I don't know. We never got into like a real argument because of it, but he would get upset. But I never felt like I had to change just because he didn't like what I was wearing.
But if you feel like a compression shirt's too much for him, why can't he feel like whatever you were wearing was too much?
That is true. But I'm a woman.
Which would make it even worse, don't you think?
No, women are supposed to dress. Like it's just normal.
Can't you be classy without being provocative?
Yes, of course. That's not what I'm saying. But if I want to wear something that's considered provocative, it's like the common thing for women, I feel.
Just because it's common doesn't mean it's right or that it is. No, it's just right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody starts jumping off a bridge, like apply that logic. Oh, I'm gonna jump off the bridge too, but why? You understand how stupid people sound when they say this? Oh, it's because everybody's doing it. Y'all are some following ass people.
You don't see a man like dressing provocatively. How can a man dress provocatively?
Gray sweats with no drawers on. You let your motherfucking you let your thing just be poking out through the sweats. Listen. Us men have our tactics too, ladies. Don't get it fucked up. We have our ways to get back. Y'all want to dress out here real, like showing it all? I bet. Babe, I'm stepping out. Where you going? I'm just gonna do a couple of errands. Wearing them gray sweats? Yeah. What? What's wrong? We good, right? I'm wearing gray sweats. All right, with no drawers on, so that motherfucker is flopping all up in the gray sweats, and it's that print. That's our get back.
What's your age?
21.
Are you single?
I'm single.
So what's dating like for you?
Horrible. I've been in 2 relationships. One lasted for 3 years, the other for about 6 months.
Why
not
did
that
it end,
bad.
the 6-month one?
He was a little too jealous.
So what was he doing that was too much?
Didn't let me go out with friends.
So you wanted to have girls' nights at the clubs and he didn't want to let you go?
Not necessarily a club, but just even like a wine night at the house, it was too much. But
So what problem did he have with that?
I think he just thought that anywhere I would go, men would follow. So he just didn't have trust in me, which he had no reason to. But I guess from past experiences, not with me, but someone else, it was traumatic.
And you feel like that put too much pressure on the relationship?
Yeah, definitely.
So the guy you're looking for right now, what do you want him to let you do?
A little bit secure. Let me have friends, be able to live my life. obviously like not cheat or do anything that is disrespectful, but like at least have fun, you know.
Would you still want to go to the clubs?
I mean, I would like him to join me.
Okay, but not with your girls or by yourself.
No, I wouldn't want him to go alone. So
How'd you meet?
Hey, yo, I like how right there in the end, what did she say?
Okay, but not with your girls or by yourself.
no, I wouldn't want him to go alone. So
Funny how that works, right? She wants to go out and kick it, even if it's with her friends at a crib doing a little wine thing. But she openly said, no, I wouldn't want him to go out alone. Like, what? Yeah, people really don't be thinking about what they say.
How'd you meet?
We met.
On I was looking for apartments for when I'm staying at UM, and yeah, I just like inquired, and she was the person. Yeah.
So you guys are roommates?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
roommates.
we're roommates.
Your roommates and y'all smashing? That's a dub, man. I think here's the thing. I think we might get to a point. I think there's a probability that we start to see more non-traditional relationships that are predicated on convenience. Hear me out. We already know prices on rentals and homes are out of control, right? And it's only probably going to get worse. It's hard, and Gen Zers are really feeling it. I see so many videos on YouTube them talking about I can't even afford a home, yada, yada, yada. I think that there may be a point where people start to cohabitate on a like business / I'm also attracted to you convenience. Think about it being like live-in roommate, like you get a live-in ass with a roommate. So y'all split it, y'all still have a physical attraction, but you're not really too all the way deep in it. It's like a convenience thing. I've been thinking about that being a potential thing of happening here. Potentially. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Are you both single?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
How long have you been roommates for?
4 days or 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
But are they smashing? You gotta ask them.
So it doesn't get awkward living with somebody of the opposite sex?
No, it's actually better because the last roommate I had was a little crazy. She was a crazy Latina.
So you'd rather room with a man?
Yeah, we get along.
So be honest with me.
Yeah. Are you
Do you
smashing?
find him attractive?
I have to answer this right now on the TV. Do you want you answer first?
Of course he
Well, do you
is.
find her attractive?
Of course.
Yeah. I can't lie.
Okay. So could you see a potential future of you guys, you know?
We've
We
only
just
known each
met.
other for 2 days. So.
But I mean, you already live together.
Well, we're just roommates right now. Yeah.
So he said he found you attractive. Do you find him?
Yo, can you imagine? Yo, hear me out though. This is like the scene out of every little adult video I've seen, right? Imagine you move in with this chick, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go take a shower, right? And you're like half asleep, maybe you just woke up. No, I'm gonna go wash my ass. I'm gonna take a shower, right? Imagine you just stumble into the shower, and you open up the bathroom door, but she's in there. You don't realize she's in there. She's like fully butt easy. You like that? What kind of scenario is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do in that scenario? I don't know. What happens if she says, "Help, I'm stuck"? Like, what do you do in that scenario? I'm just wondering, man. These are things that I think about. My brain can't help it. You know. I don't think she's interested in me either. A woman that allows a man to come move in if they're gonna do something like what they're doing, like a roommate, she probably not gonna want to be attracted to him because that's gonna be messy. She probably gonna let a guy in that's like cool, she feels comfortable with, but like more of like, oh, he'd be like the friend guy. You know what I'm saying? However, I will say this: if I ever met a woman and she was like rooming with a man, I would never give her a time of day. I'm like, no, not seriously anyway. Oh, we'll smash, but I would never, like, no, you can't be over here like got a whole ass man as a roommate. It's crazy trying to date that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, good-looking people.
Right.
Good-looking person.
Did you break up with your ex, or did he break up with you?
By the way, she was lying. You could tell she was lying.
I would say it's like in the middle type of thing.
Why would you say it's in the middle type of thing?
To be fair, he cheated.
So y'all mutually
It
decided.
wasn't even mutual. Like, obviously, it was like, well, after that, it was like a whole ordeal where it was like lying, this, that, and I figured out. So it was like, at that point, you could have just been honest and been like, you don't want to be with me anymore.
So walk me through how you found out.
Well, he was like stupid, low key, and like tried to lie about everything. Basically, let's put it like, he went somewhere else. He sent me pictures of a trip that he went to on like months ago, and like obviously if you save the photo you can see when the picture was taken. That was the first thing, and then I was able to find through the followings who the person was, and then it was literally the same pictures they were posting, so boom, bam.
And it was done.
Oh, it wasn't like they were obviously like, yeah, they already went and did that, so it was like you caught yourself by sending me that.
But would you have preferred him to say, hey, look,
Oh, absolutely. Tell
I
me,
just
hey.
want to bring another girl in the relationship?
Oh no, just tell me, be like, hey, like I'm thinking this, that. If you're like, I think guys have a problem where they think if they're honest, they think like people are gonna get mad, angry. But if you're just honest, things will go a lot better than like how you think from the start. Even with your parents, if you're more honest with your parents, things are like.
Yo, this is true. In my experience, y'all, if you just tell a woman straight up, be honest about what it is you want, and you know, hey, I'm looking for something serious, or hey, listen, I'm just trying to have fun. That's it. All you're gonna get from me, if you're straight up with them from the front, it really lessens the drama. You know, you give her the opportunity to decide whether or not she wants to proceed. And believe it or not, when you're honest about it, like for example, let's keep it a buck. Most of y'all fellas just want to have some fun and, you know, and all that stuff. Be casual with it. Just tell her up front. Now, if you tell 10 women that, like, listen, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm attracted to you. I think we're cool. I would like to hang out, you know, and you know, do that, but nothing serious, and it ain't gonna turn nothing. Out of 10 women, like probably like 3 or 4 would be like, all right, cool. We could rock. You know what I'm saying? So got good. It's, you know, it's decent opportunities
like a
there.
lot better than you would normally.
Just keep it a buck though.
Would you have given him another shot?
I'm like, no, like I couldn't see myself going back to it like that again.
And how long was the relationship?
Maybe like not even a year.
How much do you want a man to spend on a wedding ring?
I don't know, because I don't think I want to marry, but
You don't want to marry?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I want to be businesswoman, you know. So maybe if I get married, I have only one ring I want. It's Tiffany ring. It's a lot of money. I saw these days like 54,000.
So if you were to ever get married, he would have to buy that ring.
If he cannot, I can buy. Not right now, but I have really good dreams. You know, I want to open a company by myself. If he cannot, I can by myself.
But do you think you can tell the difference between that $54,000 ring and the ring that costs $5,000 or 10 grand?
No.
It's not a difference, because I think if he wanna like give me that ring, it doesn't matter, because it's for love, you know. It's different. But if I want a ring like my dream ring, I want that one.
I mean, I get what she's saying right there, whatever, but I don't know. Like, it is what it is. That's a wrap for this one. Overall, couple of solid takes. I think the shorties at the very beginning were pretty based on it stuff, and then we dealt with these ladies, the haha girls from Finland or whatever. We had this couple right here, which, like I said, they're a very interesting looking couple here. By the way, she clearly has been hitting the lower body. You can see her legs are really pretty well solid and all that stuff. I find it interesting that women go to the gym and they only, anytime I'm in the gym, all the women I see are only doing lower body workouts. Barely do I see them do any upper body. And then guys are always doing upper body, and rarely do I see them in the gym doing lower body. Well, no, they do. Maybe not as balanced, but they will do more lower body than women do upper body and stuff like that. It's very important, fellas. Don't skip leg day, goddammit. In fact, that's what I got to do tonight for my gym is leg day. Then we had this couple here that are rooming together, and well, there's that weird shit. And we had this lady here who got cheated on, and then this lady right here who just wants to open up her business. I will say though, when it comes to what she's dressed, I like that dress. I think that's a nice middle ground of sexy yet still covering everything, so you see the curves but you don't get to see the skin. I like that. Very nice dress. What do you guys think about this one? Let me know down below. All right, let's keep it moving. We got some more stuff. You guys still with me? She's ripped. Yeah. That is a nice dress. I agree. I have a ring off Amazon that was $80. I saw one in a jewelry store for $10,000. Sometimes you can't tell. Yeah, let's keep it a buck. When it comes to the rings, I can even make it more simpler. Something that everyone has experience with. Okay. Before there was 5G, there was what, 4G or whatever it was before. I could tell you, I couldn't tell the difference in performance between 4G and 5G or whatever was before 5G. I really couldn't tell that much of a difference. You start to get into the weeds of it all when they talk about like there's a 50% better performance. And when you look at the numbers, and that's where percentages can be very misleading, especially when it comes to like crime statistics. They'll say the crime is up 50%, right? But if the crime they're talking about, there was only 2 cases of it in the year and it went up to 4. Is that really like 4? Hear me out. 50% sounds worse. Like a 50% increase in a crime sounds worse than it went from two acts of this said crime to 4. 4 in an entire year, in the grand scheme of things, can we be honest, ain't shit. 4 times in a year, a certain crime, a robbery happened, let's say, for example. But when they use statistics, they're like 50% increase in robberies is happening right now. You're like, oh my God, someone get a ring camera. We gotta, now you gotta fortify the house. Everyone's freaking out. That's why I hate that shit. But I say that to say that you don't really, like, none of us here can really tell the difference between a $10,000 ring and a $1,000 ring. You're talking about needing to be an actual professional jeweler and using the little things that they look to see the clarity and the cut and all the other stuff that they use to measure the VVS and all that stuff on it all. Most people are not going to tell the difference. Same thing even with YouTube videos. Most people couldn't tell the difference between 1080p video that they're watching to a 4K video to probably an 8K video. You really couldn't tell. Most people, the average person, has no clue. They just like, it looks good. That's all, and that's really what it should matter. If it looks good, then rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I get your point, but you don't want to go back to 4G. No, I'm not necessarily saying go back to 4G, but the point stands, right? Like most people are not going to notice it in the grand scheme of things. So why get wrapped up into the weeds of it all is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. Time for some body cam videos. Y'all ready for this? The ring is a symbol of love between 2 people, flat out. Agreed, 100% based. Gamma, what's up? I can tell your stream on 8K. My YouTube stream is on, it's on 1440p, so 2K. I stream on YouTube at 2K, so it is better clarity than a 1080p stream, for sure. You can definitely tell the difference on that regard. The price of a ring honestly shouldn't matter. I agree. As long as it's nice, it's the meaning behind it. That's what it is. It's a symbol. It's a symbol. You know, anything can be a symbol if it has a meaning behind it. I can give, I can give somebody this pen, right? This pen right here to somebody, and it could have meaning if there was something behind it, right? If there was a reason like this, it could, anything could be of value. It just depends. All right, let's do this, y'all. What's up, y'all? Today we are here on the Lackluster channel. Check them out. Subscribe to the channel. Great police body cam videos. This one says cop caught lying in court, huge lawsuit. We're going to take a look at this video, and throughout it all, if you're watching this back on the YouTube, come by and do this with me live on the live streams. Make sure you're sub to the channel. Let's go ahead and pop it up and see what this is all about.
Stop walking. Stop walking, you're gonna get arrested. You've been notified once.
Really? I just been threatened by the sergeant and I'm gonna be arrested on a public street. I dare y'all to lock me up. I'm addressing all of y'all.
Put your hands behind your back.
For what? What did I do?
Fortunately for Mr. McCullough, both the Rhode Island and United States constitutions protect his freedom to express himself precisely how he did last October.
Welcome back
Whoop.
to the Lackluster
They messed
channel.
up, Aaron.
In October of 2020, John McCullough from the channel The Resistance had heard of a protest because of alleged police brutality. He made his way down to the scene, but upon his arrival, the protest was over, and as he began filming, several officers told him to leave or he would be arrested.
Got a busted window here. They got a busted window here. Stay to the side? For what? For what reason? I could walk this whole street. I could walk this. All right, so what's the problem? All right, well, don't tell me to do nothing. Yeah, I busted window over here.
Johnny, you gotta clear out of here. All right, we just dispersed everybody. You need to leave too. All right,
There's
we're not doing this.
there's
Start walking.
There's no tape.
Start walking. You're gonna get arrested. You've been notified once.
Really?
All right,
Okay.
take off.
Okay.
I'm done with you. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You come back, you're getting arrested.
On the public street? On the public street? On the public street, I'm gonna get arrested?
It's a crime scene. Have a nice night.
I don't see no tape up.
We're about to put it up.
John followed the officer's commands and backed up to an appropriate area, and continued to shout his protests at the officers.
I just been threatened by the sergeant and I'm gonna be arrested on a public street. How does that go? I'm here for no ill intent. You got flat tires, busted windows, ladies and gentlemen. Flat tire over here, they butthurt. They told me to get up out the situation or he's gonna arrest me and he was only telling me one time.
After standing in the same place for about 14 minutes and being completely ignored by the officers, Officer Flavio Tavares had his feelings hurt to the point that he exceeded the constitutional limitations.
Shout out to Lackluster for, he just puts these nuanced little, the officer was butthurt. Nice little jab at this guy. Yeah, it's hilarious.
To his authority and effected a false arrest, taking John into custody for disorderly conduct.
Y'all going?
By the way, y'all, sadly, it be your own people that do this, right? Because all the other officers they walk by, but they be your own people out here that try and get you hemmed up. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Arrest, taking John into custody for disorderly conduct.
Y'all gonna hear about it. It's all documented. Y'all wanna lock me up? It's documented. Federal lawsuit coming y'all way. I dare y'all. I dare y'all to lock me up. I'm addressing all of y'all.
Put your hands behind your back.
For what? What did I do? Get off. What did I do?
Get your hands behind your back.
What did I do?
Get your hands behind your back.
Unnecessary. That's all unnecessary, bro.
Get him out of here. Put your hands behind your back. What's your name? You didn't do a damn thing.
The resistance on YouTube. I didn't do anything. Y'all seen it.
What is your name?
John McCullough.
John McCullough.
Yes, John McCullough. I'm from Boston. I'm from
Right here.
Check his bag.
Get him out. Okay, you're creating a scene. You're creating a scene and getting a crowd. You're being arrested, sir.
Yo, I'm convinced that you have situations where cops just don't even care. They just want to lock people up to get them out of their hair for the moment. Even if what they were doing is wrong, they just kick the can to the prosecutors, and then the prosecutors look at it and like, what do you get? Like, why did you even do this? Now we got to clean up your mess. And I know that it can cause friction between police departments and the DA's office, and they're like, what are you doing? Like, how can y'all do this? Now we got to go here head in hand to go settle this lawsuit. It's going to cost taxpayer dollars. Instead of them just doing what's right from the jump, yeah, this guy could be annoying the shit out of you. I mean, I get it. I give credit to the people that do these kinds of that kind of content on YouTube, where they kind of, they're exercising their rights 100%. Nothing wrong with that. But let's keep it a buck. They're also kind of, like poking at the cops a little bit, poking at the bear a little bit to get them to react like this. And sometimes they'll come up off it. They'll get a payday, a settlement out of it. I don't have it in me to do that. That's a different kind of personality to be able to do that. Put yourself in those situations. That being said, though, like even as a cop, you can be getting annoyed by these kinds of people that are doing these holding cops accountable, but you just can't go out of your way and fold like this. It's just so bad. So bad. That wasn't even...
He said the magic words. Let's go.
The magic word, I dare you. So that's what got him to do this. Again, ego. Instead of them just keeping it moving, ignoring the guy, they all get off in their feelings like, oh, he's testing us, so we're just going to do it. When there was no basis.
Let's go. You got it. Lights and sirens, let's go.
Disorderly? I was not disorderly. What kind of disturbance did I create? Who's the complainant, sir? All this will be addressed in court. It's not an inconvenience.
John was held for nearly 14 hours before he was released on his own recognizance, and it took nearly a year for the court to hear his case. During the trial, Officer Flavio testified that John was yelling things like, "Aim at their heads," and "Uncle Tom officers."
What really caught my attention is, as I was speaking to a supervisor at the time and some of my colleagues on essentially what just took place, was that words of, aim at their heads, swear words towards us. That's what caught my attention, to look in that area. And that's when I noticed that he was clearly the loudest one, or the one that demonstrated he was not happy with us.
Okay, so one of those things that you observed him shouting was "aim at their heads."
So as I stood there, I heard the words and then I looked, ma'am.
How many times do you recall him yelling "aim at their heads"?
I wouldn't recall more than once, ma'am. I think I just heard it once.
When you heard that, what did you take that statement to be?
I'm pretty sure as I was speaking to my colleagues, I think I mentioned something to the effect of, not again, or here we go again, or something like that. I mean, we couldn't go through that again. We literally just did this. We dispersed everyone. I personally, I know I was tired. I just went through, dispersing crowds with everyone else. It's just one man staying on a sidewalk. If he wants to continue to rant, that's fine. But it became a concern when other people started, gathering again. So that's really what prompted me to just put that to an end.
However, John's lawyer destroyed the notion that he used that type of language during the officer's cross-examination.
He was saying some pretty rude things, right?
That's right, sir.
Pretty offensive things.
Sure.
And annoying things, too.
Sure, but that's normal in the life of a police officer, I suppose.
It's fair to say you didn't appreciate hearing these things, though, right? You don't enjoy hearing words like that?
It's just words, sir.
Just words. But how many times do we see officers get triggered when somebody calls them out on something, which is free speech, and then they react to it because they got butthurt?
But you don't enjoy hearing them. And you actually, before that arrest, you actually didn't talk to him at all that night, right?
That is correct, sir.
Not a single word.
No, sir. From the moment that I actually put him in cuffs, took him to the vehicle, and that was it. That was the end of it.
That was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're certainly not the officer who said the magic words, right? That didn't come out of your mouth.
I'm not sure, sir. If I could hear the voice again, I don't recall myself saying that, but if I could hear it.
You can hear the voice again.
Sure.
You said the magic words.
Sounds like me, sir. Sounds like I'm the one that said it.
It does sound like you.
Take accountability, yeah.
You, in response to Mr. McCullough's arrest, the moments right after Mr. McCullough's arrest, he said the magic words.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He said the magic words.
John's attorney then played the full video and made note that the phrases "aim at their heads" and "Uncle Tom officer" were mysteriously absent from the recording.
Huh? How you feel about that? Talk to the camera. You talked to the camera just a few moments ago when you threatened to lock me up. You're a real piece of shit.
You'd agree with me that that video that we just saw is a fair and accurate depiction of your encounter with Mr. McCullough on the corner of Bissell and Elm on the evening of October 21st, 2020.
Looking at the video, yes, but that is not the memory that I had in terms of what he said.
See, this is where shit makes no sense. He agrees that what's on the video is legit, and then he turns around on the other hand and says, but in my memory, that's not the way it happened. Who is more accurate here? Video is. Memories fade. This is a year later. You might have heard some stuff in the moment. This is why this is such bullshit. You're trying to now say that you didn't hear that, or it was different in your head, which is crazy. You're literally contradicting what you just said moments ago, agreeing that the footage is accurate and yeah, true, and yeah.
You would agree with me that video is a fair and accurate depiction of your encounter?
Yes, sir.
His attorney then presented a strong closing argument.
People of the state gathered to express their grief and anger over the officer-involved moped crash. A number of those people formed crowds and became violent, but not all of them. Most were peaceful, most were nonviolent. Most did not pose a threat. And most of these people had left by the time officers became aware of Mr. McCullough's presence. Mr. McCullough is not here today for throwing bottles, for throwing bricks, fireworks, flares, or rocks. Mr. McCullough is before the court today accused of disorderly conduct for simply speaking. Fortunately for Mr. McCullough, both the Rhode Island and United States constitutions protect his freedom to express himself precisely how he did last October.
Facts.
So let's talk about that expression, about those words, and about how we know they're protected speech. Starting with Mr. McCullough's words. As he was documenting the damage to Providence police cars on Elmwood Avenue, an officer gave him two options: leave or be arrested. Ultimately, he followed the officer's order, regardless of its lawfulness. He left where he was filming. Officers ignored him for over 14 minutes, and he continued to express his shock and dismay resulting from the officer's actions. Y'all gonna arrest people on a public street. I'm not breaking any laws. I was threatened by the sergeant. I'm going to be arrested on a public street. Several other people joined Mr. McCullough on that corner. He continued to express his disappointment in the police behavior. Throughout this, Mr. McCullough continues to film. Police come and go, they mill about, unperturbed by Mr. McCullough's comments. Minutes pass. Mr. McCullough continues. You guys hate transparency so much that you'll illegally threaten to lock them up. He uses profane language. You're a piece of shit. Cold-blooded pieces of shit. Your Honor, apparently within these comments were the magic words, as we heard from the video from Officer Tavera.
Got him.
Because within moments, Providence police made good on their threat
Rushed
to
him.
lock Mr. McCullough
Yep.
up, despite Mr. McCullough moving to the corner when he was told to leave the spot next to the damaged police cars. He was arrested, Your Honor, for those magic words. Magic because they evoke the ire of Providence police? Certainly yes. Magic because say them and poof, you're arrested? Yes again. Magic because they're accepted from constitutional protection? No. 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 The Constitution, Your Honor, knows no such magic words. And for that reason, the disorderly conduct statute under which Mr. McCullough is charged cannot be used to suppress his speech. Our courts have traveled down this road before, and fortunately for Mr. McCullough, it is a well-worn path. Today, I highlight 3 mile markers erected by the Rhode Island Supreme Court, 3 cases that defend Mr. McCullough's unqualified right to express himself precisely how he did. Now, the city has stated that Mr. McCullough is charged under subsection 3 of Rhode Island's disorderly conduct statute. I'll nonetheless very briefly highlight for the court what the Rhode Island Supreme Court held in State v. Cabarrasi. The court held that subsection A2 of the disorderly conduct statute then in effect at the time, A2 prohibiting loud and unreasonable noise, does not apply to speech. The volume of Mr. McCullough's speech cannot be used against him in this case. The court in that case asserted that the state may restrict, quote, only those words tending to provoke violence.
Yeah, exactly right. You could talk all you want. You could talk, you criticize. You could talk as loud as you want. You can scream, but unless you are advocating for a violent act, like, you know, everyone go, you know, stone the cop. Like, that's different. Now you're inciting a riot, disorderly conduct. They can hem you up on that. But for anything else, just what he said there, as loud as he wanted to, he could have kept doing that. And the other thing too is I hate when the cops will move the goalpost, right? Initially, they wanted him off the street, that first interaction with the officer, the female. Then the second one with the sergeant, I think it was, that told him to go back over there. He goes back over there. They leave him alone. He's standing there. He's not moving from that position. It looks like from that field of view, all the other officers and moving, forward down that street or whatever else. They got a little powwow in the center of the street. He's just continuing to do what he wanted to do, exercising his right from that spot where the other officer told him to stand. And then they turn around and they want to bag him for disorderly conduct. It's like, yo, like, y'all moving the goalposts. You told him to come over here. You don't even know the laws enough to know that what he's doing is not wrong. You just use it as an excuse to just bag him because you were annoyed and butthurt over what he was saying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope he gets the bag. Let's see what happens with the rest of this.
Quote, language belonging to the fighting words class. A person's language cannot be punished as fighting words simply for being profane because, who's quoting again, it is often true that one man's vulgarity is another's lyric. End quote. Additionally, unlike McKenna, his remarks did not concern the officers individually. The officers did not visibly react at all until moving in to arrest him. A state may not punish the use of words that merely elicit indignation, disgust, or anger from the addressee. Mr. McCullough interrupted and irritated the officers as they were attempting to do their job. He was not the reason for their initial decision to come to the scene. He showed up after they were already there and was arrested merely for being an annoyance. That isn't disorderly, Your Honor, that's a protest. He made his voice heard. He made his presence known. He was nonviolent. The violence had ended almost an hour earlier. He moved when asked. Police should have expected and did expect comments like those made from Mr. McCullough that night. Comments like his and comments far worse. And Your Honor, we heard some of those far worse comments from Officer Taveras. We heard Officer Taveras testify that he first observed Mr. McCullough on the corner of Bissell and Elm, and that from that corner, Mr. McCullough yelled, "Aim at their heads, fuck the police, Uncle Tom officers," and field N-words. Whether those particular words were sufficient to evoke a violent reaction from either the officers or fellow protesters, thankfully, is not a question before the court. Because everyone present here today knows that Mr. McCullough did not utter those words. Officer Taveras' testimony attributing them to Mr. McCullough is simply erroneous. Now, he may be honestly mistaken. This happened almost a year ago. It was a chaotic night. He told us on direct that he was tired. And he quite obviously remembers none of what was said, despite independently reviewing Mr. McCullough's video on the internet.
Man, the lawyer kind of gave him the cop a little bit of an out right there. I'd stick it to him, be like, nah, man, you're completely contradicting what we saw in the video. Like, fuck that.
But regardless of the reason for Officer Taveras' testimony, we have video evidence in this case. The video does not lie. Those were not Mr. McCullough's words. And paradoxically, Your Honor, Officer Taveras himself wasn't particularly perturbed by Officer Taveras' words that we heard for the very first time on direct. According to him, such words are, quote, normal life of a police officer, I suppose, and quote, just words, sir. And as we also heard from the video, Mr. McCullough missed the protest. He wasn't a part of the large group of protesters that was ordered to disperse. He regretted not being there. He regretted not capturing the action for posterity. He was there filming that night when he arrived on the corner of Bissell and Elm. There were a small handful, less than a dozen people remaining, observing the police as they went about their business. His arrest was the result of that conduct, Your Honor. The conduct that we observed at the corner of Elm and Bissell, conduct squarely within the protection of the First Amendment. Yet for that conduct, Mr. McCullough has suffered dearly. He was arrested that night. He's been on bail for almost a year. He's had to make numerous trips to this courthouse from his home in Boston. The city has had access to exonerating video for well over a month, and yet we're still here. Let us today begin to right the wrong that Mr. McCullough has suffered by honoring the principles on which this country was founded. Principles that are Mr. McCullough's birthright. His right to assemble, his right to peacefully protest state action. Your Honor, for these reasons, for Mr. McCullough's conduct, for the city's inability to prove any crime here by any standard,
Lawyer going in.
let alone beyond a reasonable doubt, the highest standard known to law. And Your Honor, for the deep chill that a conviction would send to others similarly and sincerely aggrieved and in desire of a public forum to peacefully express their grievances. We pray that this court will find Mr. McCullough not guilty.
Thank you, Mr. Francisco.
And finally, the judge found John not guilty, but not without justifying the officer's actions.
City of Providence versus John McCullough, case number 61208966. There's one count charged in this complaint. It's that of disorderly conduct allegedly happening on October 21st of 2020. Cut right to the chase on this. I don't believe it does constitute disorderly conduct under our case law. I am hard pressed to make a finding that Mr. McCullough's words, more than his actions certainly, but it was mostly the words, crossed the line and constituted disorderly conduct under our case law and statute. That being said, Mr. McCullough, you got what you wanted. You were arrested. You were poking away at them. Poke, poke, poke. You just continued to do, it was a provocation. As the court had said in one of these other cases, the reaction was justifiable, but it was not considered to be illegal. It wasn't disorderly conduct on a legal basis, but it was provocation. And there was a response to it, right or wrong, but it was something you essentially had opened an invitation to.
So she's trying. Okay, like yeah, we know that he's annoying them and stuff by saying what he's saying, whatever. But she's low key trying to give the police a pass too with what she's making, what she's saying here with her opinion or whatever, which is kind of shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to be held to a higher standard. They get butthurt over words. If it's not against the law, then they shouldn't act on it. Simply put, this is not a you were poking at the bear. Yeah, okay, but like doesn't mean the bear gets to come out and just bite you either. Like that's probably not the best example. You get what I'm trying to say here because we're talking about like the legal aspect of it all, right? Obviously, in real life, you poke a bear, you're gonna get bit, but like, you can't do that. And as a police department, the officers are out of line.
So they did it. They arrested you. So, but you're not guilty of disorderly conduct.
That was such a backhanded verdict, and like she didn't need to say that.
John is now suing the officers, the city and the state, as well as the police department, citing 15 counts. But the most interesting of all is the request for damages against each individual defendant. As often, when an officer loses qualified immunity, the city will still pay a judgment through the taxpayer or tax-funded insurance policy. This is known as indemnification and is perhaps a worse plague than qualified immunity. And so, as this lawsuit continues, I'll be sure to let you know, but let me know what you think in the comments down below.
We pretty much said what I had to say about this one. It's pretty straightforward. They just got butt hurt. They reacted to it. They locked them up, and all of that for nothing. They ended up throwing it out. Now, obviously, sometimes, well, a good amount of times, cops will do this as a tactic, perhaps, right? Where they will knowingly still arrest you. They know that it probably won't hold up in court, but guess what? They make you go through the hurdles of the court and the expenses of it all as just another means to get back, right? It's a get back tactic, to be quite honest here. He's going to sue them. They probably settle out of court on something like this, especially because there's precedent. This was kind of out of pocket. It's not like it was, he obviously didn't get like physically hurt and all that, but still infringing on his rights. They'll probably just settle something out of court, call it a day. But let me know what you guys think about this one. All right, next one, because we got some GTA roleplay to get into here in a few. You guys still with me? Okay, good, cool. All right, y'all, check it out. We're here on the Body Cam Watch channel. Check them out on YouTube. Sub to the channel. We're going to take a look at this video. 18-year-olds think they can bully police without consequences. If you're watching this back on the YouTube, come by the live streams where we do this live so you can do this with me. Make sure to like, subscribe. So let's take a look and see what this video has for us. Probably going to be a good one.
2023, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for an improper right turn.
What state is this? I always like to know what state this is happening in, first of all.
You have your license with you?
I do have my license.
Here's what we pulled you over is when you guys turned out, you made an improper right.
Improper right?
Yep. An improper right is when you basically make a right-hand turn and you go.
I know exactly what you're saying.
We were just at
You have a medical marijuana card?
I don't have a medical marijuana card.
No, I wasn't driving earlier also.
She was just
I was
sitting in the
maybe
front seat.
sitting, but I wasn't.
Well, she was sitting.
Wait, why were you watching me this?
We drove by.
Drove by?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, yeah, no.
All right. Do you have an ID on you?
No, I'm just a passenger.
Okay, we'll step out because we both smell marijuana, so step out. Step out. Step out of the car. Man, step out of the car, I'm gonna pull you out.
Yeah, the car just only smell weed and you're trying to pull me out and do like...
Okay, come on.
Extra stuff.
Step out. You don't have the right. Ma'am, step out of the car.
Oh, boy.
I do have the right.
Oh, boy.
Come over here.
Right by 7-Eleven.
Ma'am, step out of the car.
You were watching me over there. Don't touch me.
Ma'am, I'm about to grab you.
Don't
step
you,
out of the
don't
car.
you dare
now.
touch me.
Step out.
Don't you dare touch me.
Here we go.
Hey, hey.
Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Stop.
That escalated really fast.
Yeah, they just did this literally because you came. All we did was come out here, stand out the neighborhood, and they just slammed her on the ground. What's your badge number?
Hey, get back.
What's your badge
Get
number?
back. You want to go to jail too?
Right.
Get on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Just stand here.
And he just put his hands on me.
Get up.
Yo, this is kind of like, this is kind of one of those situations where you think you know your rights, but you don't, because she's like, you don't have a right to pull me out. Like, bro, they smell weed on you. Like, at this point, they're going to investigate it. You just go along with the whole thing. She thought she knew kind of like the play, and it really backfired. Now she's traumatized for life. You got to know your laws and all that, but you got to know when they apply and you know, and all of that.
Hey.
Okay.
Just can you come chill over here for me, man?
Do
I'm
not
not
put
gonna-
your
I have
hands
no
on me.
reason to
Put your
touch
hands
you.
on me. I'm putting my hands
Okay.
on me.
I have no
Not
reason
touch
to.
me.
Stop walking away then.
Go up then.
Walk
Back
over
up.
there. Walk
No.
over there.
I'm not walking nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk like you
Stay
just
over
told me.
here. Okay,
You said
stay
go on the
over there.
sidewalk.
Why are you
I'm on the
standing
sidewalk.
there? Why are you
Why are you telling me to do different stuff, you dumbass?
Why are you
You're a
standing-
rookie.
Stand
You
over
said
here.
come on the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk.
telling you
I'm
to
not
stand
going
over
nowhere.
there. Telling you to
I'm not
stand
going
over
nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk.
Okay, grab him.
I'm staying on
Grab
the
him.
sidewalk.
Stop walking.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on this. No.
Get me out of here.
Here we go.
I'm not moving. I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything, dude. Stop. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing. Okay, I will stop. Bro, I wasn't doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
It's a big tantrum, bro. Tantrums.
Dude. Oh, give me your hands. Oh. Give us your hands.
I mean, it really wasn't necessary for any of this, to be honest, man. Now, bro, gonna get trumped up with resisting. Let's see what else they gonna hit him with.
Stop. Stop. Ow. Stop.
I mean, I don't really know what the reason why they wanted to put him in cuffs. He was loud, but he wasn't doing anything crazy.
Stop. Let go of your hands. Let go of your hands. Let go of your hands. Oh, no. Stop. Oh.
They can't 2v1 the kid?
Stop.
They can't 2v1 the kid? What's happening right now?
Stop. Okay, I swear to God. Just let go. Give us your arm. Ow. Ow, help me. Ow. Ow. Ow, I am. I'm not doing nothing. Dude, just stop. Give us your hands. I've said it 100 times. I don't have to. Use this. Ow, dude, my arm. Fuck.
What is this? Melbourne? Oh, Florida. They're in Florida. All right, that explains it. Good old Florida. It's always something.
Ow. Oh. Stop reaching your pocket. Oh. Oh.
Bro, only in Florida. Wait. Only in Florida you got a cop with a gold chain on duty. Bro, you just waiting for that thing to get ripped off. What are you doing?
I can't breathe. Okay, roll over. I can't. Get up, water. Stop. Water. Sit up. Bring your feet. Hold me. Ow.
Yo, bro went from real tough to like big baby.
Water, please.
Look at him.
Murphy, please. Murphy, there's nothing in my pockets, I swear to God. Ow, my arm. Ow. Stop. Mister. Ow, stop. No, your arm. Dude, my arm. Dude, my elbow. Move your arm from like that, please. Please move your arm.
Bro,
Under my elbow. Dude, why does it feel like that? I think my arm's broken. I honestly think my arm's broken. I think he's got 0 in his pants. Don't grab it. I won't. Do not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stop. Back up.
Hey, I just pulled this out of his ass, okay? Yes, so get back.
Oh, he had the strap in his butt crack?
Ma'am, step back. This just came out of his pants, okay? So step back. Step back.
I am over here, but you don't have to handle him like that. You do not. That's my
Back up
child.
or you'll get cuffed too.
Nah, they caught. See, this is bro, if you know you are riding dirty, why would you do this? All he had to do was stay on the sidewalk quietly. They probably would have never discovered he had a strap on him. In his butt cheeks, nonetheless, which is crazy. And the officer's touching it without any gloves. That means he's got ass juice all over his hand. That's a whole entirely different topic. But he did this to himself, being a complete brat. He thought he was tough, getting loud, puffing on his chest on the sidewalk. Officer was just like, bro, stay right there off the side. He just made this entirely worse, being a complete brat. And that gun stinks. It probably does. They're going to write him up on a gun charge additionally, talking about a stinky ass gun. Smells like booty crack. Wow.
Mom.
Oh, yeah. Bro's cooked.
Mom.
He's cooked.
I did nothing.
He's cooked.
Ow. Calm down. Get my wallet. No.
Although I do wonder, even though he was loud as hell on the sidewalk and he was yelling back, the other officer said to go to cuff him. I wonder what the grounds were going to be for that. Like, what's the justification? Just because he's loud didn't necessarily mean that he was, I wonder what they were going to say on that one. Because you need something to start this whole chain of events.
Stay back. No.
You can wait back there. We'll deal with it in a second.
I don't know. They said they got a gun off of him. I really don't know.
It was in his pants. No. Pull my pants up. I don't have nothing in my stuff. Like, I need my shoes. Mom, my phone. Ow.
This kid is...
Why is he going to jail?
Hey, they should have called this when Gen Z gets arrested. This is 100% like Gen Z when they get arrested, the behavior, man. Tough one moment and crybaby the next.
Because he resisted and he's in possession of a concealed firearm.
I did not resist. They slammed me on the ground.
Good old resisting. That is, again, it's a big catch-all. I don't know that they went into, I don't know if they started going to arrest him and detain him, which started all this, though.
Mom, they said go on the sidewalk. I went on the sidewalk and they slammed me. Mom, they told me go on the sidewalk. I went on the sidewalk and they slammed me on the... Mom, this dude was punching me in my head. He punched me in my back 3 times. He punched me in my neck. Dude.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Just calm down.
Right here, okay?
Just let them do their job.
Take a breath.
Put your piano off. Put your piano off.
I don't mind. At the end of the day, if he did that.
Oh my God. Bro, excuse me? Can you loosen these cuffs up a little bit, please?
So where was he even coming from?
I don't know, ma'am. I showed up after the struggle between the two officers.
The officer that pulled him over. Which officer pulled him over? That's the officer I want to speak to.
How old is your son?
He just turned 18.
Okay, then we have under no obligation to tell you anything. Okay, just so you know. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you, as the supervisor, what I'm going to tell you. Okay, as a supervisor.
And I know you're a parent.
I am, absolutely, yes, ma'am. But what I'm going to tell you, these officers conducted a traffic stop. Okay, your son resisted. When I showed up, he was on the ground handcuffed. I am the officer that pulled this out of your son's underwear. Okay, that's not a commonplace. I'm sure he's not licensed to carry this, so that's a jail sentence right there.
It's not a safe. You don't have to be licensed.
Yes, you do. To conceal it, you do, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. And it's not holstered. I don't carry my firearm in my underwear. Clench between my butt cheeks. That's exactly where it was, and that's what my report's gonna say.
Damn, bro's down bad. He just brought this on himself for no reason. Just an idiot.
And I was literally doing everything they said. They said go on the sidewalk. I went on the sidewalk. They started like walking up on me. I said, I'm on the phone. Can you please not grab me? And then he kept walking up on me. I was listening.
Bro, he's leaving out the fact that he was screaming at the top of his lungs like a maniac. And yeah, that's a pretty important part of the whole conversation here, isn't it?
I listened to everything they said. Everything they said. Yeah, wait, do they have the body cam footage though, right? Oh yeah, dude. My dude. Oh my god.
So that's not gonna help your case, bro. Like he is so oblivious. He don't know what's going on. That is not gonna help your case because that makes you even look crazier watching on body cam. Because here we are, and what we just witnessed was you went from tough guy to a little brat once you get handcuffs around you.
You're such a skeleton, except for resisting.
Can you please loosen it? Can I call my mom?
What's going on?
Can I call her and can you please
She slipped out of her car.
It's breaking my It's breaking
Scoot this way. Scoot this way.
Please.
Here, step out and turn around. They go behind you.
Okay, but can you not tighten
It won't be
them
tight.
super
I won't.
It's
It
cutting
won't.
my
All right, I'll fix it. I'll fix it for you. I'm gonna fix this one before I adjust this one. Okay?
Can you please call my mother?
How old are you?
I just turned 18.
Okay, yeah. You can call her. We'll let you call her. Yeah.
Down bad, bro. You're an adult now. Welcome to the world of being an adult. You can't rely on your parents at 18. You are cooked.
Should we pat it down? You good on her?
I did a quick pat down.
On you? Go ahead and have a seat. All right.
I'm just make sure you didn't. Yeah.
Where the old tough one.
Male was charged with gun charge, battery on an officer, resisting with violence, carrying concealed firearm, possession of firearm during the commission of a felony. Wait, what was the felony? Did I miss something? Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Was one of these other charges considered a felony? Battery an officer, maybe, perhaps? Okay. I don't know. Did he hit him in the process of being arrested?
But I think the reason he had his arms locked like that was to keep the gun from falling.
Probably.
The female was charged with obstruction, possession of a controlled substance, and the possession of paraphernalia. Okay.
Yeah, when I went to grab it between his, I literally almost hit the trigger. Does he need these to see, or do you want them?
Yeah, he wears prescription.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring these.
Damn, that was crazy, man. You know, like, people have to really learn. This is where it went bad. You know, he could have just sat here and been chill. He wanted to be a big tough guy and flex, you know, how they were handling things. Calls his mommy and stuff like that. And then right here, when he starts getting tough, right here, oh no, puffing the chest, I'm gonna do me, I'm on the sidewalk. He could have just sat there and shut the fuck up and just sat on the sidewalk, and none of this probably would have even happened. At least he may have gotten off without anything. They probably wouldn't have searched him. Well, no, never mind. They probably would have, because they said they smelled weed. They probably had the probable cause to perhaps search him a little bit. But if he had that gun up his butt cheeks, they may not have found it. If it was, you know what I'm saying, it's possible. I don't know. but he'd certainly, like, best case scenario, they search him, they find it. He may not have all these other charges that got run up with, like assaulting an officer and all that other stuff. You know, it would have been like less damage done to him. But this is a prime example, y'all, of when you think you know your rights and you really don't, and then you do dumb shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they deserve everything they got for being idiots. Welcome to the world of being an adult. And it's crazy because they just turned 18. So not getting hit with adult charges may have already messed up your life. Well played. When you get a chance, if you can always watch the videos on my channel, y'all, on YouTube. All right, we got one more. They'll be up over the next couple of days. All right, y'all, last one, and then we're gonna get into some GTA roleplay. All right, we're gonna ironically enough go in as my cop character, and we're gonna do real justice, how policing should be done. Funny and shittily. All right. We good? Who's sending me messages? It's crazy. My phone's blowing up. All right. Yo, we're back on the Code Blue Cam channel. Check them out on YouTube. They make some dope police body cam videos. This one says, woman's first day at a job turns into a disaster. Let's see what happens in this one. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, make sure to come by and do this with me live on the live streams. Go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel.
In June 2023, police were dispatched to a call regarding an overdose at a nursing home in Waukesha, Wisconsin. A 36-year-old new employee had arrived for a job orientation and started experiencing an overdose. She informed the staff that she had consumed crack cocaine and was trying to harm herself. However, upon investigation, it was later discovered that she was heavily intoxicated with pure vanilla extract.
Wait, you can get high off of pure vanilla extract? What? Don't they use that in cooking?
She was at a complete new employee orientation, possibly.
Hey, where's it going on?
What's going on?
Possibly an overdose going on here? Can you just direct the other officers coming as well as fire?
Did I miss something about pure vanilla extract?
She admitted that she did crack.
Is she talking? Is she alert?
She's talking.
112. We're in the Human Resources Conference room. She's alert and breathing.
She also wants to.
Can we see her?
Yep.
Hi. How are you doing? You okay? What's your name?
Right there, you see the bald guy? That's where you're going. I don't know. I've never.
Hey, what's your name? Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Okay. 112. Can we get crew in around?
I can already tell this is gonna be one of those videos. It's gonna be it's gonna get crazy, I bet.
Talk to us so we can help you. Do you know her name?
What's going on today? Can you talk to us? What did you take today? What did you take? Huh?
Some crack.
Some crack? Okay. All right. When was the last time you used?
A couple hours ago.
Okay. Do you have any drugs on you right now?
No.
No?
Is it true that you smoke crack because you want to overdose and... That's what they're telling us. Is that true? It's okay if that's true. We just want to know how we can help you.
Cops doing a good job so far. They're doing a good job trying to.
Somebody that can come here and talk with you and we can get you in touch with the good resources. We need you to be honest with us.
Here's the thing, right? Real quick. So far, cops are doing a good job trying to talk very calmly to her. They're understanding the situation here. But this is also something that needs to be addressed in the wider policing and mental health and drug realm, which is, and perhaps maybe departments need to have officers, a small selection of officers specifically trained to do this, because most officers are not trained how to deal with like drug users and folks like that. So there should either have officers that are trained so they can come on scene. Think about like a hostage negotiator. Think about that specialized like within the job force of having someone that does specialized like drug interdiction, not drug interdiction, because that's like drug counselor officer. They're trained on how to handle someone that's high as hell, maybe, you know, how to process that and help them through that. And again, not saying that the officers right now so far aren't doing a decent job at trying to, you know, calm her down, figure out what's going on, see how they can help her. But I think that there needs to be a specialized people or contracted third-party companies that come in with the police and help to, you know, bring down that person, because they're going to know like what's going in the mind of that person that's high. If they're high on crack, they're going to know what how typically what's the biology of the person, how they can best handle that. I think that's something that should be explored more and more, because it takes the burden off the regular officer who doesn't really know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And may, in some cases, not address the situation properly and can lead to unfortunate outcomes. So I think it'd be beneficial to everyone if there were, again, specialized officers in departments that were trained on how to deal with people that are currently high, or, you know, tasking another agency to come in on these specified cases where they are alerted that the person is high on some narcotic, and they can come in and kind of be like the negotiator, right? Like the drug negotiator, if you will.
That's just my partner as well as the staff.
You're not in any trouble with us. We just want to make sure that you're okay and that we can get you help if you need it.
And they're doing a good job. They're doing
Me?
Hey, do you mind if I look through your purse for your ID? Make sure there's no weapons or anything in there? Do you mind if I do that?
No.
You don't want me to do that, or you don't mind?
No,
You don't want me to do that?
you're a sucker.
Why is that?
Here we go.
I'm being nothing but nice to you.
Look like
Hey, listen, you don't have to be high as shit to know that some people just generally look like cocksuckers. Can we all agree? There's some people who just look at you like, God, you just got a punchable face, and you definitely look like a cocksucker.
Oh, snobby, no.
We're just here to help. Like I said, you're not in any trouble. We just want to make sure that you're okay.
Hey, I guess in the meantime,
I like her.
we should walk around for fire.
Cute.
Can we at least
See, it'd be good if they called maybe somebody from medical to come over there, like or maybe on that idea I just said, maybe it's within the EMS, like fire department EMS, that some of these EMS are trained to handle something like this. So they can pull up to the scene. You got police there to protect them, right, in case something gets physical or something like that. But then they can be the lead on this.
get you up and then walk outside so we can get you assessed by medical?
Yeah, and I heard that's what your plan is.
Can we do that? I'm asking you. Because we got fire department here that want to check you out.
Hey, what's going on?
Smoked crack about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Okay, so EMS, that's good.
As officers attempted to speak with her, she became uncooperative, insulting them, and eventually launched a projectile of saliva in their direction.
Oh, no, yeah.
How about we take one step at a time and let's just get you medically clear. That's it. Let's get all the bad stuff out of your system. Hey, we can't have you doing that, okay? Do not do that again. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Look at yo, this is a meme all day. Did you see the eye roll? Bro is not, I don't want to get spit on. Look at his face. Yeah. He doesn't know what to do.
Do you want to go to the hospital with these gentlemen and get checked out? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
That's why, guys. We'll do a heart monitor too, just to go that out.
We would like to just make sure you're doing okay, alright?
I'm fine.
Can they check your vitals here,
No.
and then we don't have to go to the hospital at all?
The worst thing that could possibly happen is something happens, you know, when we're away, and something bad happens, and then maybe you stop breathing, and then we have to come back, and then it's worse by then. We don't want that to happen.
Let me go.
Well, we're not gonna go anywhere.
Just let me go.
Stop, okay?
Stop touching me.
Relax, just relax. Okay? We can't have you falling over, spitting at any of us. Do not. I swear, if you spit on me again, it's not going to be good.
Stop touching me! Stop! You're hurting me!
Okay.
Stop!
I need you to calm down.
I am calm.
Let's just go out.
I got a question though, and this is what's been on my mind since we started this video. Is if this was a man hopped up on drugs doing the same things that she's doing, same behavior, same everything, just a guy, a man, would they be as lenient? Would they have taken him into custody already? Would they have escorted his ass out already? Would they strapped him to the bed already? I just wonder this. I just wonder.
Outside, okay?
What do you guys
Let's
think?
get your heart rate checked out. Let's go outside. We're not going to sit in here.
Stop.
They're being very lenient with her. Very, very lenient.
Stop touching me!
Let's sit in here.
Okay, can you get your hands off of my...
Can you control yourself?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can,
Then sit.
sweetheart. You
Then sit. Okay, we're not going to do that. Grab your arm.
Okay. Sissy pants.
Okay.
Bro, why does this look like The Exorcism? Anybody else realize it looks like The Exorcism, a scene out of The Exorcism here? They're about to strap her down and En nombre es Padre Espíritu Santo, Amen. Look, I know I shouldn't be laughing. This is a real problem, but it's kind of low-key funny at the same time. They're gonna put the spit mask on her.
A spit hood was quickly placed over her face.
Figured it.
And she made another attempt to spit at an officer, with some landing on him.
Yeah, she's already shown us that she can't control her saliva. Yeah. That's why we do that. Do we have 112? Can you just document that? Spit at us twice. She's got to spit it out. Thank you. And she's 26 at this point.
You know, it's really sad, man, that what drugs can do to people. It really is.
All right.
Really is.
Cars, things like that.
While en route to a local hospital, she maintained her level of combative behavior, screaming, attempting to remove the spit hood, and spitting at the officer numerous times during the entire ride to the hospital. Upon arrival, she had to be secured to the bed in 4-point restraints. During this process, she tried to bite officers while they adjusted her handcuffs. Additionally, she managed to slip out of the spit hood and successfully spat at both a nurse and the officers with her saliva making contact.
Cracked to die. She didn't really want to talk to us. She just became super uncooperative, started spitting at us.
She was there for an interview?
I think so. We smoked crack about 20 to 30 minutes before we got there. She said she wanted to die. That's why she smoked crack. Okay. She's uncooperative, didn't really want to talk to us, started spitting at us, and now we're here.
Did she call you guys then?
The staff there, she was there for a new hire orientation.
Oh, for the love.
You okay?
Yeah.
Didn't get it in your eyes or anything?
No, she was got the spit.
I didn't know.
I think we should probably just take you for discharge
Yeah.
of fluids since she's done it 3 times.
This doesn't make anything any better for you. You don't have to like us. You don't have to be friends.
Duh.
Duh.
This
So
process we're going through.
it's better just to relax and just lay back and talk to
Let
us.
go of me.
You can't because you keep acting like that. Like you gotta stop. Just lay there and relax. We can let go of you, but you just gotta lay there and relax.
Oh, I will.
You want me to turn some TV on for you?
Yeah.
You like TV?
Yeah.
Prove to us that you can sit there and relax.
Yes.
I know you've requested us to take the spit hood off, but you haven't proved to us that you can keep your saliva in your mouth.
Sorry.
Hospital staff eventually had to administer medication to manage
Probably
her
had- yeah.
bad behavior and outcomes.
Probably had to like subdue her, like make her chill out or something.
Take a little nap or something. Want the lights down? No?
Later, a search of her purse revealed an empty bottle of Kroger Pure Vanilla Extract. The officer was aware that individuals intentionally consume large amounts of pure vanilla extract for its intoxicating effects due to its high alcohol concentration. When questioned, she admitted to drinking it, revealing a suicidal intent. Subsequent blood tests revealed a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.039.
Yo, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know pure vanilla extract is something that I didn't know.
Ultimately, the 36-year-old female was charged with felony discharging bodily fluids at an officer ×2 and misdemeanor disorderly conduct. She was released a few days later on a $1,500 signature bond. However, a few months afterward, the bond was modified to $10,000 due to her non-compliance with Wisconsin Community Service. In the end, she was only found guilty for 1 count of discharging bodily fluids. The remaining charges were dismissed, but read in. Considering this case, and another where she was convicted of 1 count of discharging bodily fluids as a prisoner, she was sentenced to 1.5 years of jail, along with 2 years of extended supervision.
Yo, that's crazy for spitting. I mean, she has a history of spitting. Wow, 1.5 years. And what's worse is she got 2 years of supervised. Bro, just leave me in for 3. I say this all the time. I promise you, anybody I've ever known that's ever been on probation will tell you that you don't want to be on probation. You better just serve your time in so that you're out, because being supervised and having to do all that check-in, it is so intrusive. It's like you're not even really free. It's like a fake level of freedom. And any misstep you make, you're back in. You just, I would be like, just give me the full 3. Like, nope, I would rather go full 3 and be out and not have to deal with that. She's down bad. And this is clearly some kind of a bigger issue here, which again, there needs to be better kind of programs to help folks that have this kind of issues. Clearly she's got maybe a drug thing. She wants to off herself, it seems like. So don't think that something like this is going to stop. She's probably going to try and do something in the future to harm herself and put her in a situation where she gets locked up. A lot of this is cries for help, and you can't expect police to fix this. There needs to be a lot more work, investment made into these other areas: community services, mental health, family, child services. You get the idea here. That can help to stem this so that it doesn't fall on the heels of policing. This is where I do feel bad for police as a whole. Like, policing is that a lot of times they're left to pick up all the scraps of everything. Like, their job is really just to maintain law and order, enforce it. But now they're having to deal with mental health and drug addicts and like all these other aspects of society that no one else wants to deal with. They're now the catch-all, and it's not within the scope of what they're trained to do. Especially, I mean, it's bad enough they're poorly trained in the basics of policing, how to, take someone into custody, how not to punch them in the face with a fist, all the things that we see on body cam videos that they get exposed for. But then to add on here that now they have to deal with someone that has mental health issues, suicides, drug addicts, people that are high as hell. It's a lot. And that's where I will give them, I won't say credit, but that's where I will sympathize with them, that they're dealing with stuff that they're not even trained to do. And it's not really good for us to expect them to handle that. There needs to be more investment into these other services, government, city services that can address the problem from the beginning so that it doesn't lead to the police having to clean it up down the road, right? If there are great programs for juveniles to, after school or, work programs, it will deter them from having to go into a life of crime, which then police have to pick up the slack in the end. And here you go, them arresting 15, 16-year-olds that if there were more of a city budget cut into programs for teenagers, they may have not have gone down that road. They would have kept them busy, out of trouble. They could have learned how to start making money for themselves, do stuff that's more productive and beneficial to our society as a whole. Instead, it falls on police. And that's, again, where it's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Should have been all right if they never would have called the police. Paramedics only. I'm sure the people there were scared about what's going on there. You don't want to have somebody just die in your workplace, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, all right, that's all the videos we got for today. Now what we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to go ahead and get into some GTA roleplay. Funny enough, I got a cop character. We're gonna launch in here and get it popping. We're gonna have some laughs. Yesterday was the first day that they rolled out guns into the server, so we had gang shootouts. It was pretty funny. Watched a lot of stuff happen. Servers filled, servers packed, prime time, y'all. We're about to get into it. If you haven't experienced this, I invite you to come through. If you're on YouTube, coming over to kick.com/djmoondawglive, all right?